Share screen. Yeah, basically what you're saying, yeah, he did not get what he wanted from Brahma, so that's why he was not happy. Okay. Okay, for second one, anyone wants to tell? Anyone else? Okay, Prabhu, you can tell. Yes, Prabhu, you can tell.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Actually, the second example is Vrikasur from Bhagavatam. He get the benediction from Lord Shiva. He will what benediction was? He put the on his hand to anyone's head, and he becomes ashes. He becomes into the ashes. So what Lord used his benediction against him.
Okay, that actually, it will come more in the fourth one.
Okay.
Yeah, had many problems means still there were so many problems.
Can I say, Prabhuji?
Yeah, you can tell. Yes, please.
That Jadabharat Maharaj was taken to the Kali, goddess Kali, and then Kali came out from the
Okay.
and then she killed all his devotees.
Okay,
So
okay, take it. Okay, that is also a good example. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can tell about Banasur and all. Banasur worshipped Shiva, but when attacked by Krishna, he got defeated by Krishna, and Shiva also got defeated by Krishna. So like that. And we see like practically every demigod worshipper means if you see the demons, they are demigod worshippers, but they get killed by the Lord. So like that. Okay, how the benedictions are temporary?
Hiranyakashipu,
How?
because he was given like he will not be killed in so many circumstances, but he was killed.
That's okay, but I would say the benediction got over in terms of that.
Terms and conditions.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can say terms and conditions also. It comes with some conditions, or it gets over, means it gets used up, some example. Okay, Yashras, you have some example?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Holika.
Holika.
She had the benediction. The fire cannot burn him. But when she took the Prahlad Maharaj and she goes into the fire, so her benediction becomes her death.
Yes, good. Thank you. Okay, Amrita Mataji, you have some example?
Putna also, Prabhu, that Teja can't harm her, but when Krishna sucked the milk, she died.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Rahul Prabhu. Yeah, some example. Okay, Soni Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandapranam Ravan Prabhuji. So he thought he is immortal, but when once his that secret was revealed by Vibhishana, so Lord killed him. So his benediction was temporary.
Okay, fine. That is also okay, but okay. It increases material attachment. Anyone wants to tell how getting the benedictions for me? Okay, Amrita Mataji, you want to tell?
Prabhuji, Harsh Sok father was after benediction, he was very attached.
Yeah. Okay, fine. That is good. Thank you. Okay,
even Ravana also, Prabhuji.
Ravana in what sense?
He wanted to enjoy Sita.
Yeah, correct. So this is what. So he got Lanka from Shiva, and he got that benediction of that Amratva also, but still he wants to enjoy Sita and many, initially Vedavati, Sita, many other things. Yes. Okay, Yashraj Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Karna, because he get the Shakti from the Indra, and after that his intensity to kill Arjuna become increase.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. So they get and they want to show off. Okay, fine. This is also something. And you also have told about Virkasur. So this is what. So he got the benediction that whoever touches whomever head he touches, they should die. And he wanted to kill Shiva because he wanted to enjoy Parvati. So that is a material attachment is increasing. Okay, last one become averse to Krishna or his devotees.
Hiranyakashipu Prabhuji.
Hiranyakashipu. Okay, fine. Another. Some example where somebody is not a demon. Okay, Yashraj, you can tell.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
The new example is Kartavirya Sahasrarjuna. After getting the 10,000 hand, he against the God's worship and his devotee, and he killed the Jamdagni Muni
Okay,
to
okay.
get the
Yes,
Survi
yes.
cow.
Okay, good example. Thank you. Okay, Amrita Mataji.
I don't know it is right or wrong. So Kekai,
Kaikeyi.
yeah.
Kaikeyi has not worshipped any demigod. At least we see the description.
Yeah, she not worship, but she got benediction from the Maharaj. No?
Okay, but that's a little different thing. That's a some human dealing and all, integrity and all. Okay, thank you. You can tell also Satrajit. Satrajit gets benediction from the sun god, and because of the pride of wealth, he spreads rumors against Krishna, etc. Because of he becomes greedy of that Sumantika jewel and example like that. Okay, thank you. Prose, you can read. Vaikuntha Bihari, the problems of life.
Yes, Prabhuji. The problems of life cannot be solved simply by going to the moon planet or to the sun, to some other planet above or below it. Therefore, Sri Isopanishad advises us not to bother with any destination within this dark material universe, but to try to get out of it and reach the effulgent kingdom of God. There are many pseudo worshippers who become religious only for the sake of name and fame. Such pseudo religious do not wish to get out of this universe and reach the spiritual sky. They
Okay,
only want to maintain the status quo in material world under the grab of worshipping the Lord.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Guru.
So yeah, in the earlier paragraph, Prabhupada is saying, summarizing that we should not remain in this dark world, but we should go to the effulgent kingdom of God. It's like Tamasoma Jyotirgama. Then Prabhupada now is talking about the second part of the verse, where those who even worship Asambhuti, means Prabhupada is building the ground, and then for that. So for till now, Prabhupada has explained the first part. Now he's talking about the pseudo worshippers. So they are described in the Bhagavad Gita. Atma sambhavita stabdha dhanamana madhanvita jajante nama yajneste, just for the sake of name. Dhambena avidipurvakam. For the sake of name they do, and they do in a wrong way. Self-complacent and always impudent, deluded by wealth and false prestige, they sometimes proudly perform sacrifices in name only without following any rules or regulations. Nam yajnaste avidipurvakam. So if you see, people make a show of religion for material purposes. So they make a show of religion, means they don't follow religion. If you see, quite some people come to temple as a just they see it like a tourist spot. They come, they see different places, and they take selfies at different places, and they post on their social media profiles. Then they go eat snacks, govindas. They shop at the gift shop, and they make their children play in the lawn. And so for them, this is the main thing. They sometimes may go also to take darshan, but that is also again to take photos and all. The first thing as they do to enter temple hall is to take photos or just see the dioramas and the dome or those things. They don't care, okay, who are the deities, what we should do in front of deities, that they may not care. And then they tell to their friends, oh, we went to this place, we did this, we took this food, and see these photos like that. And then okay, this is temple. Then festivals also, they became like a recreation. They may celebrate Diwali. So the Diwali is so they are all like family get together. So they purchase new clothes, they wear new clothes, they take photos, and then they eat, purchase sweets and all, they eat, celebrate, and watch movies and all. So for them, that is only festival. It's not like, no, okay, what is the they don't want to hear what is the significance of the festival. They don't want to do some auspicious activity in the festival, like giving charity and all these things or devotional activities, that they are not bothered. And that is their and they show off, we celebrated Diwali in that way, what you did on Diwali, like that they discuss. Then but yeah, they may wear traditional clothes also, fancy clothes they may wear and all, but it's that much only for them. Then sometimes they use religion to show that someone has very good character and all. It's technically called as virtue signaling, to show that you have particular virtue. Means to show off, you show it in social media and all. So you might have gone in some places to, there are Birla temples. Birla temples are there in Hyderabad and Delhi, and I think in some other places also. They build very big temples to show that okay, we are also pious. Now people see, means okay, they may invest in the company, and they may get in good books of the government, like that. They make also big donations, or they may contribute. So they may give big donations to temples, and also that their name will be there, or that name will be inscribed in the temple. So people will come to know about them. And that way it's in some way like a marketing strategy also. So like that. So they may build some food distribution complex, like that. They do these things so that people think, oh, they are good people, or their name will be spread more that way. Or they can make it as a CSR activity, like that. And we are going to see in Rath Yatra also, politicians come, or they go to some religious ceremonies, and they do the pujas and all this. So again, to show to the people that no, we are good people, and also to get votes of different people. They go and do all these things. They go to masjid also, they go to all these things. And otherwise, like this business people sponsoring different things. Yeah, for big Bhagavad Gita contest also, our devotees approach like different people. Those who have some pens, like they may give pens for free to our devotees to distribute to students. So their intention is not okay, so that the students will be inspired to take Bhagavad Gita. No, because these people are reaching a large number of students. So our brand gets more advertised. They also may sponsor prizes. They give some electric bikes or something. But that also, so that there will be good advertisement for our product. It's not like, oh, we should assist these people in making Bhagavad Gita, this thing, more attractive to students. They don't have that. Largely, that is not their intention. Then also this religious ceremonies, like if you see the recent marriage of Ambani, so they spent so many, almost like near to 1,000 crores they have spent. Originally, these marriage ceremonies and all are religious ceremonies. So there is a good amount of rituals, and there is also good amount of charity and all. But now they want to invite film stars and famous personalities, and they want to show off. They want to make relationships through them and all. So so this is like, now if you see the current situation in India, the wedding business is a 4.25 lakh crore industry. So many things, like they want to now have destination weddings, all these things. So if you see the marriage ceremony, there is dharma and God are prominent things, and also there is some artha and kama. But now God and dharma have almost gone out of picture. Now they've gone into background, and the artha and kama are in the center. So these are all what Prabhupada is talking as pseudo religionists. So this is the problem. So they are not practicing the demigod worship authentically, means they don't follow the scripture, and their main intention is their own enjoyment. We'll compare also, contrast what is difference between this demigod worship and that demigod worship. So this also has some benefits, like they get punya, bhakti, and sukruti. Okay, this is not relevant here because this doesn't happen here actually. Yeah. This. I'm sorry. Okay. I will read it. So this is small. Now we have discussed about what is pseudo-religionists, and we saw some examples. Now let's see what Prabhupada writes. The atheists and impersonalists lead such foolish pseudo-religionists into the darkest regions by preaching the cult of atheism. The atheists directly deny the existence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the impersonalists support the atheists by stressing the impersonal aspect of the Supreme Lord. Okay, so let's try to understand what Prabhupada is saying. So what atheists say, like God does not exist, religion is useless, religion is to keep society in order. So they may tell these things. See, when somebody uses religion for like these materialistic purposes, so what they're using, they want to spread their name, fame through religion. So what atheists say, actually religion is nothing, it's a concoction of somebody. You want to spread name and fame, use social media. Why you want to depend on religion? So like that they will say. So they want recreation. Okay, go to some hill station. Why you want to go to temple? It's not needed. So like that they will propose them, and they will get away even from this so-called religion also. Even with this so-called religion, these people will also get little Ajnana Sukruti. They also may come in contact with some sadhus and all. So it may be possible in some cases, but not all cases. Generally, it is not good, but some cases it may happen like this. So when like these atheists, they spread these kind of philosophies, so then what may happen is their conceptions also become wrong. So when even they may do these things, like somebody may come temple and then they may have a very wrong attitude towards sadhus and all. Oh, these are all just concoction, these are no foolish people, that's why they are doing all these things. So like that they may do, they may think. Oh, yeah. So if somebody does not have these wrong conceptions, but they're doing wrong practices, means using religion for like these materialistic purposes, as we discussed, then it may be possible that they may get right conceptions, and they also may get little Sukruti. But when they get these atheistic conceptions of religion and all, then they will start disrespecting religion, etc. So yeah, the atheists, what they say, actually meditation prayer, they calm our nervous system, they shut down your fight or flight response, can make you less reactive to negative emotions and less angry. So they say this is what actually meditation prayer. So then they say, okay, you meditate on yourself, or you meditate on some object, or you can just pray and you no need to pray to God. So like that, these atheists say. So like this Acharya Prashant. So like this, there are different people. So means this the kind of things. Now, how impersonalists also support these kind of things? They say actually, social service if somebody wants to do. So they say Mano Seva, Madhav Seva means do they do? Okay. So now what the atheists may do is they provide, okay, instead of religion, you can do community activities, you can do nationalism, you can do social service, because they are also going to give these benefits. They also help you to spread your name, fame. They will also help you in relaxation. They also can give you recreation, like these community activities, etc., like laughing club or some things like this. Instead of you need not go to a religious place. So that's what they do. Now, how like this impersonalists they support this social service, etc. They give philosophy like Manav Seva, Madhav Seva. So like these organizations, I don't want to take name, but yeah, like Ramakrishna Mission, like this, and some like this Isha Foundation. So what they say, actually, temples were built as energy centers which reverberated with a powerful field of energy and were not intended as places of prayer. It was customary for people to visit temples in the morning and spend some time there so that they may imbibe the energy before they go about their day. This was seen as a necessary preparation for a person to maintain a pleasant atmosphere within themselves throughout the day. So they say that. So that's what this personality says like this. And he says deities were introduced at later. So this is again supporting that, okay, you need not go to religion, but you can do these activities. You can do community activities, you can do social service, etc. We also know like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, who is from Maharashtra, he misinterpreted Gita. So to justify freedom struggle. So he does not want people say, okay, this is religion. Gita wants you should participate in freedom struggle. And he started this mass Ganesh Utsav, Sarvajanik Ganesh Utsav. Earlier, people were properly following Ganesh Utsav. Properly means they are doing some good rites, rituals, uh, you know, and then like I also remember my father, they used to sell a book also along with Ganesh paraphernalia. So that book they read and then they read and they say, okay, offer this leave, tell this mantra like that. And then they also read the pastime of Krishna and that Samantak Jarul. Okay, that's a little concoction, but they used to read it and all. But in this mass celebration, everything is diluted. So they decorate Ganesh in a very weird ways. They play very weird music, songs, and they dance. So there are hardly any rituals. They hire one sadhu, one pujari, and he does in some corner rituals. So all people now Ganesh Chaturthi means it's like more like can do we can have fun, we can do masti and all these things. And they take photos with the different Ganapatis and all that instead of doing some proper rituals together as a family in home and all. So that way, these impersonalists they help the people. They give some scriptural support to these alternatives like nationalism, social service, like that. I hope what we discussed till now you understood. So one is there is pseudo religionism, which means they make a show of religion for materialistic purposes. They don't follow actual religion, but they make a show of religion for actual purposes. And these atheists, what they say, okay, so really you're doing religion for this. So, but they say you don't need to do religion for this, but you can do some other things like community activities, nationalism, social service, etc. And the impersonalists, they give some philosophical support to this and encourage people to do this instead of religion also. Yeah. Okay. Prabhuji can read. Thus far, we have not come across any mantra. Vaikuntha Bihari. Hare Krishna.
You're on mute.
Okay, he's there.
Thus far we have not come across any mantra in Sri Isopanishad in which Supreme Personality of Godhead is denied it. It is said that he can run faster than anyone. Those who are running after other planets are certainly persons, and if the Lord can run faster than all of them, how can he be impersonal? The impersonal conception of the Lord is another form of ignorance arising from an imperfect conceptions of the absolute truth.
Okay,
The
I'll
ignorance
just
Sudo-
just a minute, please.
Sure.
Yeah, so this Manava Madhava, what they say is everyone is Brahman. So you are serving the poor, it is service to Brahman. Not even service to Brahman, that you become Brahman by this. So means there is no difference between the deity. The deity is also Brahman, and the poor person is also Brahman. And they say you can serve the poor person, and by that you will get purified, you will come out of illusion, and you will become Brahman. So that way they say that do social service, and people feel that's what there is some immediate reciprocation and all. So people feel okay, that is better, and this is just giving some money and no, or this is easy. They see then deity. So that we will study in detail at the last of this section about Mayavad and how it misinterprets different things, etc. Proj, yes, we can continue.
Yeah, the ignorant pseudo-religious and manufacturers of so-called incarnations who directly violate the Vedic injunctions are liable to enter into the darkest region of the universe because they mislead those who follow them. The impersonalists generally pose themselves as incarnation of God to foolish persons who have no knowledge of Vedic wisdom. If such foolish men have any knowledge at all, it is more dangerous in their hands than ignorance itself. Such impersonalists do not even worship the demigods according to the scriptural recommendations. In the scriptures, there are recommendations for worshipping demigods under certain circumstances, but at the same time, these scriptures state that there is normally no need for this. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.23, it is clearly stated that results derived from worshipping the demigods are not permanent, since the entire material universe is impermanent. Whatever is achieved within the darkness of material existence is also impermanent. The question is how to obtain real and permanent life.
Okay.
Right demigod worship and wrong
Yeah.
demigod.
Okay. So here I will first explain. So there are three types of demigod worship. In one, we can say, see, right demigod worship is right worship plus right understanding. Right understanding of who are demigods. And who are demigods means there is Lord, there is Vishnu is there, and under Vishnu there are demigods, Brahma, Shiva, and the 33 crore demigods. So that is the right understanding and right worship. So as per the rituals given in Vedas, performing those yajnas and all properly. Then there is, we can say, demigod, false demigod worship. Okay, wrong one, wrong two, or okay, show of demigod worship. Maybe that's a good word. Show of demigod worship. You can say purpose, right purpose, you can say. See, even if it is a material purpose, but the purpose is, means the process and the purpose, the worship and the purpose are in sync. So wrong worship. Plus wrong purpose. The purpose is show off and other things. Show off or and recreation or something. So as per Vedas, demigod worship is not for recreation. It is for a purpose, material purpose. But there is a purpose mentioned in the Vedas, and for that purpose, there is a process. But this show of demigod worship, what happens? The purpose is something else, not according to Vedas, and the process is also not according to Vedas, largely. Okay, now there is wrong demigod worship. Demigod worship. This can also apply to Vishnu worship also. So there is wrong worship. That means there is some element of wrong worship. Plus, main thing is there is wrong conception. So there is, so they see that demigods are Brahman. So they don't see that Vishnu, there is Vishnu, and under Vishnu there are demigods. They say Vishnu, demigods are Brahman, we are also Brahman. So just if we worship demigods for the time being, we get purified of illusion, then we can also become Brahman. So that is the wrong conception in this thing. That is what the wrong conception in the wrong demigod worship. Plus, there is a wrong purpose. So as per Vedas, what you worship demigods to get some particular thing from a particular demigod. But in this case, what they want to get purified from illusion, so that's why they are worshipping demigods, considering them as Brahman. Their conception is wrong and their purpose is also wrong. So I hope this is clear, and as we discuss more, also it will become clear about Mayavad philosophy. Okay, so now you can take around 3 minutes and you can tell like what is the benefits of right demigod worship and what is benefits, what are the problems with wrong demigod worship. You can take around 3 minutes. I will show these things also. Then we will discuss.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, material we have to write benefits or related to spirituality?
Yeah, basically I want differences. It can be anything, even in terms of, yeah, with respect to spirituality, whatever it is. Want differences. What are the differences in benefits? What is advantage and accordingly corresponding disadvantage with demigod worship, wrong demigod worship. You can think, means we'll discuss. If you don't get also, no problem. Then think at least. Okay, so who wants to answer? Can raise hands. Some more. Okay, Rahul Pro, you want to answer? Okay, Shrikant Pro, you can answer.
If by right demigod worship, we do as prescribed by the scriptures, we at least get those benefits that are written there. And with following that properly, if we surrender to demigods, we may also be inclined to worship Lord Krishna.
Okay, good. Yes, but what about wrong demigod worship?
From demigod worship, you neither achieve any material success,
Hmm.
nor you have be any inclination towards spiritual.
Okay, good point. Some more points like this. Okay, Yashraj Pro, you can tell. Okay, Rahul Pro, you want to say? I don't know, it's by mistake.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, you can.
So actually, in the Madhva Sampradaya, initially Madhvacharya allows to demigod worship in their Sampradaya, but as there is a one condition, you can worship the demigod, but you have to consider them as a servant of Krishna or Vishnu.
Yeah. Okay, so that is what is right demigod worship.
This is the right demigod worship. And the wrong demigod worship is the people consider the demigod as a supreme, just like a person who worship the Kali, he consider no Kali is good and he worship the Shiva and Shiva is supreme. And and today we heard in a lecture one devotee of Lord Ganesha consider the Ganesha is supreme, so he does not want to take the darshan of Jagannath.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mati.
Prabhuji, in continuation to that point only, I have written that if the right demigod worship is there, then one always remains in mood of goodness, because this attitude is proper, even though they are serving demigods. Like my father, on his example, he is Shiva Bhakta, but he is not into like material things, he's not into that, so he's always in mode of goodness. Whereas if it is done in a wrong way, then even Shiva devotees, we see that they ask for things, and then it leads to increase in either mode of passion or mode of ignorance.
Okay, fine. I mean, there is nothing wrong asking for material things, but one thing is no demigod worship. It consists of some austerities and some rituals and some giving charity and all. So that produces detachment gradually. But wrong demigod worship means what? There is the process also is not followed properly.
Yes.
So then that benefit does not come. So that detachment helps them to reduce material desires, and as you said, it becomes more. They also develop a kind of like a devotion to the demigod, and that is there. Like there are people called a Nayanars who are like their sadhana and all almost seems like same like Vaishnavas, but their center is Shiva, and they worship also Shiva as a devotee of Lord. So, so it is said they go to the Shiva Loka in the spiritual world. So these are some benefits. Okay, we will discuss now the answers. Okay, thank you. So the right demigod worship, they will have faith in scriptures because they are following the scriptures. Means their purpose for the demigod worship is also according to scriptures, and the process also is according to scriptures. But the wrong demigod worshippers, their faith in scriptures get degraded because their conceptions are wrong. Their conceptions are because of Mayavad philosophy or atheism. So they think that scriptures are a concoction. They're written by some sages for keeping harmony in the world, like that they think. Then proper worship of demigods, it gives piety and sukruti. And improper worship, because it is done improperly, means the worship is improper and the conception is also improper. So they are disrespecting demigods and they are committing sin. So that's why they will get reactions. Here Prabhupada is saying they will go to hell. Yeah. Mislead these who follow them. They are liable to enter into the darkest region of the universe because they mislead. They enter into the darkest region of the universe. That's all. And now right demigod worship, it accepts the authority of demigods and supreme lord. So they develop gratitude, some kind of gratitude. Now this wrong demigod worship, because they have wrong conception of demigods, is they think, okay, these are also Brahman, I am also Brahman. So there is no difference between me and demigods in one sense. I am just doing this so that my illusion gets purified and I become Brahman. So they will see that demigods and supreme lord, they are also in Maya. I'm also in Maya. So they see like that. And right demigod worship, they develop detachment because of austerity, charity, and all. These are there. And wrong demigod worship, their senses become more uncontrolled and more anarthas increase, etc. Okay. So in this way, we see that wrong demigod worship, because it is supported by impersonal conception of Mayavad. So this leads one to sin and subsequently hell. Okay. Okay. Prabhuji, why couldn't we have can read? The Lord
Yes.
states that.
Lord states that the Lord states that as soon as one reaches Him by devotional service, which is the one and only way to approach the Supreme Person, to the personality of Godhead, one attains complete freedom from the bondage of birth and death. In other words, the path of salvation from material clutches fully depends on the principles of knowledge and detachment gained from service of the Lord. The pseudo-religious have neither knowledge nor detachment from material affairs, for most of them want to live in the golden shackles of material bondage under the shadow of philanthropic activities disguised as religious principles. By a false display of religious sentiments, they present a show of devotional service
While
while
indulging.
all sorts of immoral activities. In this way, they pass as
That's
spiritual masters and devotees of the God. Such violators of religious principles have no respect for the authority of acharyas, the holy teachers in the strict disciplic succession. They ignore the Vedic injunctions.
Acharya
Acharya Upasana, one must
worship the Acharya.
one must worship the Acharya, and Krishna's statement in the Bhagavad Gita 4.2, Ivam parampara praptam. This supreme science of God is received through the disciplic succession. Instead, to mislead the people in general, they themselves become so-called acharyas, but they do not even follow the principles of the acharyas. These rogues are the most dangerous elements in the human society because there is no religious government. They escape punishment by the law of state. They cannot, however, escape the law of Supreme, who has clearly cleared in Bhagavad Gita that envious demons in the garb of religious propagandists shall be thrown into the darkest region of hell. See, Isopanishad confirms that these pseudo-religious are healing towards the most obnoxious place in the universe after the completion of their spiritual master business, which they conduct simply for sense gratification.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so in the Mayavad conception, so the gurus, what they claim, I have realized that I am God, and if you follow me, you will also realize that you are God. And they concoct different processes. Originally, the Mayavad has a particular Vedic process, but now they concoct different process of doing social service and all. And they say that if you just follow this, you will also realize that you are God. Okay, Shrikant, we have some question.
Yes, Prabhu. Like we also say that the impersonalists, their goal is to they'll finally merge into Brahma Jyoti.
Okay, we will discuss that. Now we will first discuss the different connotations of Mayavad and all, impersonalists and all. Okay, we'll discuss systematically this thing.
What we are saying here is
Yeah.
those who are not following impersonalism properly. Right?
You can say so. Impersonalist has two connotations. One is Mayavad, another is Brahmavad. So we are here referring to Mayavad. Yeah. Okay, we will discuss it soon. Maybe before that you can take maybe think for around. Okay, so here Prabhupada is talking about religious government. So we see in the kingdom of rule of Lord Ram. So there was one Shudra. He is not qualified to read scriptures. So Lord Ram understands him and then he punishes him immediately. And Parikshit Maharaj also sees that Kali is beating a cow and the bull. So immediately he gets punished. But unfortunately, now there is no such strict religious government. They may have some social principles, but not religion. They may say, okay, you can follow your religion, but whether somebody is following right religion, wrong religion, that kind of discrimination is not there. So that is a problem. Maybe you can think around some 2 minutes, or you can take around 2 minutes. How do we protect ourselves from these wrong conceptions of atheists and impersonalists as devotees? So you can think some ways. Yeah, you can take 3 minutes. Then we'll discuss that. Then we'll discuss in detail these things, other Mayavad and all. Okay, here I go. Okay, Muskan Mataji, you can tell.
Prabhuji, we can protect ourselves by following Shastra and Guru, and we should not listen to anyone without knowing their source of knowledge, like it is authentic or not.
Okay, good, good. Thank you. Okay, anyone? Okay, Shrikant Prabhu.
Prabhuji, if we get in discussion with them, we can properly debate and defeat them through our study and knowledge. And other thing is, if we cannot, then I think we should stay away from them and just deal with them at professional level and not get into such discussions.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay, okay. Yashras Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So first we have to understand the philosophy, because our philosophy should be clear, because in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Siddhanta Bolya Jiv Na Kari Alas Tate Habe Krishna Pade Sudrid Manas. In the purport, Prabhupada said we have to scrutinizingly understand the philosophy, because if we understand the philosophy, our heart become more indulged in the lotus feet of Krishna.
Good,
And the second thing, if we read anything in the Shastra which is support the atheism or impersonalism, so we think about that what is the plot was going there and in the Shastras, and we have to confirm with the seniors.
Okay, okay. Thank
Is
you.
it
Good.
right, bro?
Yeah, yeah, good, good, good points. Okay, okay, fine. No one else.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Please tell. I
We
think
shouldn't
you're.
listen to them only. We shouldn't listen to them.
Yes, yes,
Shravanam
yes, 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 yes.
is
This
the
is
best
also.
thing.
Yes, yes. This is also important. Okay.
Yes.
So as much as given by our acharyas, we can definitely go through those refutations, like Prabhupada refutes Mayavad philosophy at different places. That definitely we should study. And yeah, we should try to avoid, unless you have some purpose, you have some service related to it, or you have some services related to that kind of thing and all, or you want to know, okay, how they are preaching and all. If you have something very bona fide, preferably you should also take some guidance or permission also if you want to go through such content. Otherwise, preferably it's good to avoid. Okay, let me spot. Okay, Yashras, you want to say something, add something?
Hare Krishna. Yes, actually, I missed one point. Yeah, we have to faith in the philosophy also, our philosophy.
Yes, yes. So as
Because
continue.
yeah, because if we don't have the faith in our philosophies, then we can get confused when impersonally, or sometime in our family also we cannot avoid the family members, because in my family there is some impersonal, so they argue with us. So sometime for not for what we say, not for our liking, but sometimes the condition becomes like that for a debatable condition.
Okay.
So sometimes we cannot avoid that condition. So first of all, we have to clear and we have faith on our.
Yes, yes, correct. One thing is we should have very good understanding and faith. Then only we should, if needed or if the situation demands, we have to talk, or no, we can argue, or can try to defeat their philosophy. Otherwise, if we don't have, we may end up having doubt on our own philosophy and all. So yeah, initially somebody may try, but generally after this around 10 years or something, after studying Prabhupada books and all, then only we can we will be in a position to supply, give some proper arguments that can counter their points, etc. Otherwise, it's not generally recommended. And we should also do our bhakti process also nicely, because just our logic does not convey it. Because see, the main thing, the main allurement of Mayavad philosophy is because we have a desire to enjoy, and that Mayavad philosophy is very tempting because of that. So that's why we should pray. We should be serving devotees and doing of sadhana necessary so that Krishna will protect us. Because it's not just intellectual understanding that can protect us from Mayavad philosophy, but we also need the mercy of Krishna. Because as long as we have this desire to enjoy, Mayavad philosophy will be tempting. Okay. So good. Thank you for your point. So now we'll try to understand this Mayavad philosophy in a way so that we can appreciate this shloka and also appreciate some points which Prabhupada makes. So impersonalism, it can mean, it has two connotations. One is Brahmavad, another is Mayavad. So Mayavad, first of all, why it is very alluring to the conditioned soul? Because the conditioned soul has a desire to enjoy and also has a desire to avoid suffering. So becoming God is the best way to enjoy and avoid suffering without any limitations of time, place, circumstance, rules, etc. Means it gives that kind of hope and all that thing. So that's why the desire Mayavad philosophy is very alluring. Originally, the Mayavad philosophy is called as Advaitavad, and it is given by Adi Shankaracharya. Tomorrow we'll discuss about why Mayavad philosophy came and how to deal with it, whether to speak strongly about it, not. Those things tomorrow we'll discuss. But today we'll discuss about the philosophy, how it is refuted, and different types of philosophy of Mayavad, etc. So originally it was given by Adi Shankaracharya. So the philosophy is Brahman is there. Brahman, when it comes in contact with goodness, then it creates avatars. Avatars means Vishnu, Narsimha, Vamana, Rama, Krishna, all this with goodness, Sattvaguna. And when it comes in contact with passion, Rajaguna, then it creates living beings. So then when it comes in contact with ignorance, then it creates dead matter. So living beings also include, I think, demigods. Demigods, I think they come in first category, avatars. Yeah, demigods also come in first category, avatars, but living beings are human beings and animals and all those. That is passion. And ignorance is dead matter. All the gross elements, subtle elements like that. Now, so their philosophy is Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. So in this way, whole world, whole existence, all living, all beings, all entities, they're all made of Brahman only. So Brahman is only there. So Jagan Mithya, so the conception of the world we have is illusion. That's what they say. So they say there are three levels of consciousness. One is Pratibhasika. Pratibhasika means the living is in illusion. So he identifies with the body and the world. He identifies with the relationships of the world and all. So he doesn't know that they are a Brahman. But Vyavaharika means what? Jiva understands that he or she is Brahman, but he is still in illusion. Sorry, not Brahman. So he is still in illusion. So he has the understanding, but he does not have that realization and experience of Brahman, of being Brahman. Yeah, you can say everything is Brahman and everyone is Brahman. So that is their philosophy. Okay. And Paramarthika means that Jiva is freed from that illusion and he becomes God or he becomes Brahman. Means he understands and he has that experience of becoming Brahman. Okay. So now the sadhana they prescribe is you practice Karma Yoga based on Vedas and based on Varnashrama. Then slowly, whatever Varna you are, you will come to Brahmana. So then once you are Brahmana, then you can study the Upanishads and then you can take sannyas. So that way you can get liberation and you can become Brahman. So they say that Danda Grahana Matrena Naro Narayano Bhavet. So now the so-called gurus of these Mayavadis and all, they say that we are God. And if you follow what we say, then you will also get purified of illusion and you will get liberation and you will also understand that you are God. But originally, these gurus, they used to follow all the standards of sannyasis and all the standards of Jnana Yoga given in the Vedas. Then later, after Shankaracharya, there is one scholar called as Madhusudan Saraswati. So he also added bhakti to this. Shankaracharya only gave Karma Yoga and then Jnana Yoga. But means this is for purification. So you have to follow Karma Yoga to get purification so that you will be freed from illusion, and then you can understand that you are Brahman. But later, this Madhusudan Saraswati told, okay, this karma and jnana are dry, so we can also do bhakti. Bhakti also as a means for getting purification from illusion, so that one can understand that he's Brahman. So they don't discriminate between demigod worship and Vishnu worship, because both are means to get purified. And both demigods and Vishnu are Brahman only. And they are also Brahman. Demigods and Vishnu are also Brahman. So for them, what is their conception of Vishnu or Krishna is they are made of Maya. So this is their philosophy in a little simpler terms. There are many complex conceptions and all, but still this is as simple as we can try to put it. So then the problem with philosophy in Advaitavad is how Brahman has come under three modes or Maya. So that is the major refutation of the philosophy, major argument against this philosophy. So then what happens? Maya becomes superior to Brahman. So then how Brahman is superior? Brahman is no more superior. So like Prabhupada says, like how incarnation of God has a toothache. So like this, there are different refutations, different Vaishnava acharyas give. Like Ramanujacharya has a different refutation, Madhvacharya has a different refutation, Jiva Goswami has a different refutation, Vallabhacharya, Nimbarkacharya has a different refutation. So like that, there are different. Even there is another like Bhaskaracharya. He is not a Vaishnava, but he also refutes Shankara's philosophy. So there are different refutations, and they're not just logical, they also use Shastra. Because Prabhupada sometimes quotes this shloka, like Krishna says himself in Bhagavad Gita that he is the Supreme Lord. Param Brahma, Parandama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, Adi Devam Ajam Vibham, Austvam Rishyas Sarve, Devarshya Naradas Tata, Asito Devalo Vyasa, Swayam Cheva Bhavishme. So this is how Krishna means that even the sages say that I am the Supreme Lord. Then Krishna himself is saying I am Supreme Lord. So like that. Like that, there are different shlokas. Prabhupada says Shri Bhagavan Vacha. So Krishna is Vyasadeva is saying that Krishna is Shri Bhagavan Vacha. So how can you say that Krishna is Maya like that? So like that, Prabhupada refutes. Now, to defend or to escape this refutation, what Mayavadis did, what Advaitavadis did. Advaitavadis, so their main problem is Brahman is coming under the influence of Maya. So they gave another philosophy called Parichedavad. So Parichedavad, what it says, see, there is a pot and there is air outside the pot and there is air inside the pot. But both airs are same. So similarly, they say this human body is there. So there is Brahman outside the body and there is Brahman inside the body. So that's all. Means they say this is how the world is. They don't say that Brahman has come in the form under the control of three modes, come in contact with the three modes, under the influence of three modes. So they say this is how it is. And once the body is destroyed at the time of liberation, then the soul becomes Brahman. So like that they say. So there are some refutations for this. So they invented another philosophy called as Pratibhimbavad. So they say that Brahman is getting reflected in form of the material world and jivas. So then the question again comes, who is reflecting? Okay, mirror thing, you can say, okay, the mirror is reflecting and your image is being formed. But who is reflecting Brahman? So then again, there is some, so that again there is a problem with that philosophy. So now whatever philosophy that's called as Mayavad. So it is you can say it is a new Mayavad. So they say now everything is illusion. Your body is illusion, your mind is illusion. So earlier in Advaitavad, what it is, when Brahman is coming in the form of coming in contact with passion, mode of passion, then these human beings are formed. But Neo-Mayavad, what they say, this is all illusion. And so now Maya is fully avoided. So Brahman coming in under the influence of Maya is fully avoided. So then to get rid of this illusion, what you should do? You should cultivate jnana. So if you cultivate jnana, then you understand that you're Brahman. So now that knowledge, how you will get? You can follow karma, or you can follow bhakti, or you can follow dhyana yoga. That is what they say. Now that's what earlier they were, and they don't so much base it on Vedas and all. So they say that they don't focus so much on Vedas and Varnashram. They say you do social service, Manav Seva, Madhav Seva. So that is karma. So that will come under karma, and you do this, then you will get slowly purified. You will develop that knowledge, and once you develop that knowledge, then you will understand that you are only Brahman. They say Daridra Narayan Seva, all these things. And they also add some nationalism flavor, etc. So this way, this is what is like Neo-Mayavad. Now, so they don't follow Vedas and Varnashrama. So that's what Prabhupada also earlier is saying. They do so many immoral activities. So some gurus, because one thing is they are not following the process also properly, means Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. So they don't have detachment and all. And they have, so the Mayavad gives them the way to speculate as they want. So they even speculate some wrong things. Like once senior devotee was saying that they want their disciple wife, the disciple thinks that my wife is a prasad, and it should be it's a bhoga, and it should be honored by the guru so that it becomes Mahaprasad. So like this, some very dirty activities also they do with some dirty philosophy. So this is all about Mayavad and its refutation. One of the main refutation is how the Brahman can come under the influence of Maya, to which they don't have a proper explanation. And as you read, Prabhupada also gives at different times different explanations. So now we'll read Brahmavad. So Brahmavad means it is attaining Brahman but not becoming Brahman. So they want to merge their consciousness with Brahman. So it's like somebody wants to just look at a light. So if somebody just looking at a light for a long time, you can say he's merging his consciousness with Brahman, but he is not becoming that light. He is merging his consciousness with that light. Means his whole consciousness, means the vision, all that is entirely focused on that light. So, but he is still existing. So his consciousness is merging with Brahman, but not he is merging. He is becoming Brahman. So Mayavadis say he is becoming Brahman. You can become Brahman. But Brahmavadis say you can merge your consciousness with Brahman. So their process also is Karma Yoga. They follow. They get purified. Once they get purified, they take sannyas and they practice Jnana Yoga. So they read Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra and all with proper commentaries, means without having any Mayavadi tinge. And they try to meditate on the Mahavakyas, not Mahavakyas, actually the Mahavakya word is given by Mayavadis. So they meditate on this Upanishadic statements like Ham Brahmasmi, or Tattvamasi and all. But they have a proper understanding of that, Tattvamasi and all. Ham Brahmasmi means I am Atma. So that is their understanding, not I am Brahman. So they meditate on that, and as they get more and more purified, they eventually attain Brahman. And they also practice Bhakti Yoga because it is difficult to focus on the Brahman absolute truth. It is difficult to conceive also, that how can something, you cannot conceive Brahman. So they practice Bhakti Yoga, but they have proper conception that Bhagavan is a manifestation of absolute truth. So they don't say that when Brahman comes in form of Maya, then Bhagavan is formed. They don't have that wrong conception. And they practice Bhakti so that they can, it is easy to focus and they get mercy also of the absolute truth. So in that way, they will attain Brahman. Okay, so this is about Mayavad and Brahmavad. Okay, any questions on what we discussed? Okay.
Prabhuji, I couldn't get the reputation for you mentioned the analogy of air and pot. When pot is
That is not refutation, that is a cover up which they did so that they can avoid the concept of Brahman coming under the influence of Maya.
yeah, but what we as devotees give reputation to that.
I need to look into it, but that is a cover. They have a refutation. I need to look into it. This is just a philosophy. How do you get into that? I need
Okay,
to
Prabhuji,
see
means
that. I need to see
yeah.
that. I'll tell tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. No other questions. Okay, then.
Prabhuji, I have one question.
Yeah.
Yashraj Prabhu also has one.
Yeah. Okay.
So my question was, you mentioned that Brahman comes in contact with goodness, passion, and ignorance. That is the Mayavad philosophy.
Yeah, that is the Mayavad philosophy. Means Advaitavad philosophy, you can say. That is the original Mayavad philosophy.
Okay.
Mayavad philosophy, they say that everything is illusion. This world, everything is illusion, they say. They don't say that this is Brahman. Okay. Yes, Rajpur, you
Hare
have some
Krishna.
question?
Yeah, yes, please. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Prabhuji, so my question is, so in the previously Mayavadis also follow the Vedic injection, but in the new Mayavad, as you say, they don't want to follow any Shastric rules and all that. So I have doubt if in the previously Mayavad believes that the Brahm come to into contact. So why they doesn't question why we have to follow just like Neo Mayavadis? Because if you understand, I am the Brahman. So why should I follow the rules and all that?
No, you understand your Brahman, but you have not become Brahman. Means you're still bound by the modes. So now the process to you're in Vyavaharika, not in what is the Paramartika stage. So to come from Vyavaharika to Paramartika, you have to follow the process of Karma Yoga. So if you follow the process of Karma Yoga, you will get purified from Maya. Then you will understand that you are Brahman. That is their thing.
And Prabhuji, as you say, the one Mayavadi introduced bhakti in the Mayavadi concept. So, is their concept is if we are doing bhakti and devotional service, then at the time of liberation we merge with the God or Krishna?
Not
Is it
merge.
like
We
that?
become. No. They for them accordingly, Krishna himself. Krishna is also Brahman. Brahman, when it comes in contact with goodness, then Krishna. That is Krishna. Krishna, Vishnu, whatever. So they think is okay. If you do bhakti, it is easy to do bhakti because there is some emotion and all that. Because when one is in Vyavaharika, one is still in illusion, so that is easy for him to do. And one will get purified through bhakti. And one will attain that knowledge and he will be purified, he will be liberated. Then he will understand he is also Brahman.
Okay, and Prabhuji, as we can see that in the new Mayavadi saint who also preaching the bhakti and doing Bhagavad Katha and all, so are they following the same thing?
See, there are different versions of means exactly it depends upon the person. So for them also like they say that that's what like for them also like this Bhagavad Katha and all it's a means and they are not following that Bhagavad Katha also they don't follow according to Bhagavatam how Bhagavatam has to be read and all. So they directly start with Ras Leela and all and they say it is just an enjoyment thing for them. And ultimately they say if you just hear Bhagavatam and all, it will purify you and you will also become Brahman. For them, Krishna is even below Brahman. Like
Okay.
so that is the thing.
Yeah, so they are using bhakti for just their enjoyment, not for the Lord's service.
Yeah. Like Prabhupada, there is some anecdote also, like Prabhupada has to cross some river or something. So he takes help of, I think, Brahmanand Prabhu. And he goes ahead. Then Prabhupada pushes Brahmanand Prabhu away. So then Prabhupada says, this is what Mayavadis do. That they take shelter of Guru also, but that is just a means to become God. Then they will leave the Guru also. So there is some.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Actually, I heard one story about the Shankaracharya, the same when Shankaracharya goes to his Guru, Bhagavad Pad. So his Guru said, first you have to give me the Guru Dakshina. Then Shankaracharya, why you are doing this thing? Because Guru Dakshina is given after the knowledge. So he said, if you are get the knowledge, you will not give me the Dakshina because you know you are the Brahman, I am the Brahman. So why I am giving the Dakshina and all that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have not
Yeah.
heard, but maybe true. But
Yeah, I heard from a devotee in lecture. So it's something like that. Actually, the last question is, you mentioned there is one proverb. I think it's like a proverb, not a shastric injunction. The Danda Grahana Matrana Naro Nayan. Is it from Shastra or it's like a proverb?
They have made it. I think it's not from Shastra. It's not from
Okay,
Shastra.
they made their own self.
They are extremely, extremely expert scholars of Shastra and all. They have misinterpreted most of the Vedic texts. The main thing is Vedanta Sutra, then Bhagavad Gita, then Srimad Bhagavatam also they wrote commentaries. So practically they have misinterpreted every Vedic text to support their philosophy. So they are very expert scholars. So even in compared to devotees, they're more in number and they're more expert also that way in one sense. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay. So we are done. I have some more things to discuss. Okay. So yeah, now we have 6 verses and we need 5 more classes to finish. So tomorrow 23rd is there, then 29, 30, then July, I think mostly July 7th is Rath Yatra. So July 6th we'll have class. We cannot have on 7th. Then, so last class we will have on 13th July. And so the OBA needs to be submitted by 13th July and CBE exam we will have on 14th July. 14th July is Sunday. Yeah. And so not 20th July, Bhagavad Gita will start. It's a fresh week, Saturday. And Shloka test we will have on 30th June because 6th and 7th will be, because festival is there. Okay, I'll just spotlight myself. So that will be better. We will have it on 30th June. So we'll tomorrow discuss. I'll explain about Shloka test and I'll also explain about OBA. And then we will discuss tomorrow about it. I think these dates are clear. I think I will post. I'll write in the group info also. And also please check your attendance on the Google Sheet. There are a few devotees who are on borderline. I will post the names in the WhatsApp group. So if you have more than 4 classes you are absent, then it is a borderline case. At most you can only miss 4 classes. 10 classes attendance is mandatory. Then only you can write a closed book exam. So please check and ensure that your attendance is there. In case if there is any attendance is marked wrongly or something, you can talk to Shrikant Prabhu and we will see. I hope no questions about these things. Okay. Tomorrow I'll explain how Shloka test will be there.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Matai.
Prabhuji, same dates I am going to Vrindavan for Vyas Puja.
Which day?
same dates, Prabhuji, from 12th July to 20th July.
Okay, you can write exam later, not a problem.
Okay, okay.
You can write email so that we'll keep. You can at that time you can write email.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
I'll connect with
Going
Shrikant.
for Vaspit Puja to Pandharpur also.
Okay. Which dates you're going?
Date is not yet confirmed, but around 15th July only.
Okay. Okay, no problem, Prabhu. You can inform at the around that time. Ashwad Ekadasi, I think is on 16th July. 16th July, not August. Sorry.
Prabhuji, Pandharpur is 21st July. Vyas Puja is
Okay.
21st
So go
July.
for Seva Mataji. Some Sevas are there.
Okay,
Yes,
take
yes,
it.
Seva
Take it. No
We will
problem.
go.
Yeah. Prabhu, you can write, inform that time. We will see how to do that.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Okay, so thank you. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri
Jai.
Upanishad ki jai. Okay. Once I get
Please, guys,
the
well, Prabhuji ki jai.